First of all, thank you all for joining this PMI Construction Professional launch webinar. Myself, uh, Angel Bright Anthony, I will be the presenter for today. So on behalf of Bsight Consulting and Training and myself, I welcome you all for this webinar session. Most of you are our past students, done PMP or RMP or other certification programs with us. So some of you are joining for the first time in our training program or webinar program. So we will start with a brief introduction. I'll quickly introduce myself and the organization first. That's the agenda for today. Then we'll have a brief overview about PMI. Then we'll directly move on to the construction professional certification program. I'll give an overview and I will explain the benefits of this certification program. And I'll give you an overview of the training program we are going to start soon. And if you are a certified, PMI certified professional, like you have a PMP certification or RMP certification or any PMI certification as an authorized training partner of PMI, Bsight, is an authorized training partner of PMI. You will be getting one PDU for this session. So at the end of the session, I will explain how can you get the PDU for this particular session. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can always type that in the chat box, or you can raise your hand, and when appropriate, I'll ask you to unmute and ask your question, or type in chat box. Choose everyone, so all of us, we can see your question, and when relevant, I will be responding to that questions as well. Anyway, at the end, we'll have a question and answer session where there also you can raise your questions. So let's start with the introduction. So myself, Angel Bright Anthony, I'm as of 28th of October 2024, I'm the only PMI approved training provider in Qatar to provide the construction professional certification. Currently, I'm pursuing my PhD in project management. I have a master's in engineering and MPA, and these are some of my certifications: PMP, project management professional; RMP, risk management professional; CP, construction professional; CAPM, certified associate in project management; and DASM and DASSM. These are discipline agile scrum master and senior scrum master certification. I have totally 24 plus years of experience, primarily in project management, strategy management, and risk management. Currently, I'm working in a government organization in Qatar as a acting head of strategy, process, and digitalization team in a major PMO for capital project management. And, I have conducted more than 200 training programs, mainly in PMP, RMP, and we are going to start with CP as well. So I will tell you why I am eligible, or why this is the right time for us to, for Bsight to launch, the CP construction professional certification program. End of last month, I passed the CP examination. Plus, I attended the train the trainer program, from PMI to conduct CP classes. So this is my instructed badge from PCP, and this is my construction professional badge. And I'm also a member of PMI from 2004, more than 20 years. I'm a member of PMI, and as an ATP, Bsight is also now part of PMI. So as I already mentioned, I have few other badge or approval from PMI to conduct their training programs on behalf of PMI. This is about the organization. So those who are already our students, that better. Those who are new to our network. So we are a PMI authorized training partner in Qatar. We are a Qatar Financial Center approved organization. We do project management, construction management, program management, portfolio management, all PMI training programs, and also we provide project management consultancy. So you can visit our website www.bsight.org to know more about Bsight and the activities. So we primarily conduct online training programs and corporate training programs. These are some of the recently completed online training programs, and most of our professionals are getting their certification in the first attempt. These are by the end of last year, 2024. 3. So we published a a flyer where we mentioned who are all like certified through Bsight training program. Probably by the end of the year, some of your name will be added as some of you recently completed the training with us. This is our, uh, Google page. So we have more than 250 reviews, primarily for the training programs we are conducting from our participants, and we are a 5-star rated organization. That tells you the quality of the training we are providing, as well as the commitment we are having towards our participants. Again, as I told you, you can search for Bsight Consulting and Training in Google, and you can find all these details. You can visit our website, bsight.org, to know more about the organization. You can go to PMI's website and check for authorized training partners in Qatar. For CP, you will see only our organization name in PMI's website. So we will have a short introduction. I will launch a poll, right? So what's your current role in the construction industry? 41% of you are project managers. 45% of you are engineers, like any kind of engineer, like mechanical engineer, civil engineer, site engineer, etc. And one of you is quality control, quality assurance. 2 of you are others. If you have selected the answer as others, please type in the chat box what's your role in the construction industry, just for me to know and give you the relevant information. Only those 2 participants, those who are mentioned as others, please type your role, current job title in the chat box, just for me to. Finance and commercial manager, great. Okay. Architect, okay. Please choose everyone when you are typing your responses. Great. So good to know that. Right, I will just end the poll as most of you responded. Now let's go to the second question. How familiar are you with the CP certification? Very familiar? No, okay. Somewhat familiar, I have a basic understanding. Wow, that's good. 41% of the participants are having a basic understanding. Not familiar, 59% of the participants. Yeah, so this is a very new certification launched from PMI. So if I ask the same question and a year later, probably there will be less responses in the last category. Now it's expected in the early stages. Do you hold any other PMI credentials such as PMP, RMP, PGMP? So 68% of you are yes, 5% one of the participant no. 27% of you finished the training, but you haven't gone for the certification yet. I know some of you just finished the training with this last month, so you're preparing for the certification. If you already finished the training long time back and you haven't taken the certification yet, please contact us and we can devise a plan how you can get the certification, soon. How many years of experience do you have in the construction industry? All of you are having more than 3 years of experience. Are you planning to join Bsight's PMI-CP training program? So 18% you have mentioned, yes, I'm interested in enrolling. 68%, maybe I would like to learn more before deciding. Yeah, at the end of this training program, you will get the webinar program, you will get the complete information, and based on that, you can make a decision. So 3 of you know you're here to gain general information. Great, the future, if you think this is a good certification for you, you can also join our training program. Right, good to know about all of you. Once again, for those who joined, just now, welcome, to this session. This will be an 1-hour session. At the end of the session, I'll tell you how to get the PDUs if you are already a certified professional. Right. And since most of you are certified, or you took the training, you know about PMI. So I'm not going through the details. It's a not-for-profit professional association, membership-based organization. You can also associate with PMI as a member. As of now, PMI is having more than 700,000 members worldwide. So by paying $139 USD, you can associate with PMI as a member. And, every year you have to pay $129 if you want to renew. And then you can apply for the certification, or as a non-member also, you can apply for the certification. I will explain the details later. I know many of you are already member of PMI, so you know this information. In case this is the first time you are hearing about PMI, you can contact us after the webinar. We can discuss in detail about PMI, their activities. By the way, you can visit their website, www.pmi.org, to know more about this organization and their details. And as I mentioned at the beginning, Bsight Consulting and Training is an authorized training partner of PMI in Qatar. And as of now, we are the only private organization in Qatar approved by PMI to conduct CP training program, because PMI evaluate the trainer's profile very well only if the trainer is having hands-on experience in construction management and they hold CP certification. They will provide the approval to conduct the CP training. The advantage of myself as a trainer, I'm working in a government organization as a head of acting head of strategy team process and digitalization, and we are involving in day-to-day project management activities. It's a construction organization. So after evaluating my profile and obviously getting my CP certification, PMI approved that you are eligible to conduct the CP certification training. As it is a new training, they don't want to degrade the quality of the training. They have to ensure trainers are fully qualified to conduct this training. That's a brief overview. And now let's start with PMI CP certification overview. So there were like a lot of requests from various parties to PMI that you have PMP, and obviously, after 2021 January, PMP certification is more of agile. Even though agile is used in many industries, agile is primarily from software development industry or IT industry, and also widely used in IT industry today. So many requests went to PMI saying, why can't you come up with something related to construction industry? One of the requests obviously is Saudi Aramco from our region. So PMI did a research and they identified few gaps. So one of them is based on the findings from McKinsey and Company. So these are some of the key results they evaluated. Construction is the biggest industry in the world, 13% of the GDP, and obviously it's not performing well. And if I ask a question, all of you are in construction industry, whether you have finished any of your previous projects on time, within budget, so rarely one or two will say yes. So we know that we are in trouble. And there is a 1% annual growth for the past 2 decades, and it is going to continue for many more years. And this is another important information they derived from this finding. $69.4 trillion in global infrastructure investment would be needed through 2035 and beyond. And as most of the experienced professionals are retiring in the near future, skilled labor shortages have become a major issue, and retirements will drain talent. The example given here is from US. 45% of US construction workforce is expected to retire by 2031. That means there is a need to upskill the new professionals joining the construction industry, plus the existing professionals, those are already in the construction industry. So then PMI conducted a research with 40,000 plus certified PMPs, those who are from construction industry. And this is the result published in PMI Pulse of the Profession in 2020, right? 72% of construction projects experience project delays. 73% of construction projects end up over budget. 70% of construction projects experience scope creep. I'm sure you all are aware about this terminology. Probably the numbers, what you are seeing, could be a little bit high than what you are thinking. And as a result of this, they came to the summary: for every $1 billion spent on construction projects, $127 million is wasted. So that's where they found the gap. Even something PMI is doing can contribute to 5 or 10% improvement in that. That will be a huge savings. So they came with the construction initiative. So what PMI can do to manage these problems, bridge those gaps. So obviously any initiative have to start with a vision, and that's the vision set by PMI for this construction initiative, to transform the construction industry by making it more efficient and sustainable, and partner with the world's leading construction experts, not like PMI, like worked with one or two leaders in construction industry and they developed a curriculum, they developed certification. No, they partnered with leading construction experts. Who are they? I will show that in the next slide and the other slides. Not just partnering and coming up with a curriculum, training program, certification. They also had a vision to create a global industry forum for like-minded individuals in construction to advocate for project management in construction and to get together, teach and learn from each other. It's like a community of practice. They already have community of practices for other industries, other aspects, and they want to create a community of practice for construction management as well. So that's the vision, to contribute to the construction industry. So they partnered with two major organizations and industry experts. First one is CII, Construction Industry International, 40 plus years old, a not-for-profit association mainly focusing on research in construction project management associated with University of Texas. So they created an alliance with CII and LCI. Many of you are aware about that, Lean Construction Institute. They do have a local association in Qatar, LCI Qatar. I'm a member of that, and I'm sure like some of you are already members of that. So LCI is mainly focusing on reducing waste, enhancing efficiency, etc. So these are two major industry or two major like not-for-profit professional associations. Those are having years of experience in construction industry. PMI partnered with then other industry experts from developer side, client side, consultant side, contractor side, and these are some of the other organizations they partnered with. For example, Saudi Aramco, US Department of Energy, L&T, AMI, Jacobs, Lean Construction Institute, DPR Construction. As I told you, they brought experts from various aspects of construction from all the levels, from the not-for-profit association to the client, developers, contractor, consultant. These are the screenshots. This is a screenshot of one of the meetings they had with them. It started back in 2020 when COVID was in peak. So most of the meetings were online meetings. Then after COVID, they actually started with face-to-face meetings as well. So during the discussion with these industry experts, CII, LCI, other industry experts, they identified the major pain points in construction. This is a summary. There are more, but I'm just giving you the summary of guiding you to understand how this construction professional certification was created. So one of the pain points identified was ineffective communication. We know that, especially if you are PMP certified, why communication is important in project management. Construction management includes a lot of stakeholders. You have the owner, you have the client, you have the consultant, various consultant, supervision consultant, project management consultants. Then you will have main contractor, you will have subcontractors, you will have suppliers, vendors. A lot of stakeholders are involved. So effective communication is key for success in construction projects. Ineffective communication was one of the major pain points identified. Changes in project requirements, mainly the scope creep. Another important problem they identified was like not involving the end users in the requirements gathering. Later, when they are going to, hand over, they are identifying more requirements. So not only that, during the project, because they haven't identified all those stakeholders at the beginning, their requirements they missed, and it came in as scope creep. Interface management. This is mainly for major projects and programs. So either there is overlap between the packages or there is a huge gap between the packages. So managing interface between various packages, various projects under the program was very difficult. Poor design and execution. It's not the capabilities available for design, the technology is available for design. It's more of the time available during the front-end planning to develop a quality design. As you know, many times, like before the design is complete, we rush to tendering. If you are a owner, if you are a client, you know that. Sometimes you get incomplete design. So this is because of the time availability, and they couldn't do a quality work in completing the design and front-end planning. Poor procurement process, low margins. This is mainly from the contractor side. There is a lot of competition. Many of you are aware about this. So they have to quote for very less profit, and in between any changes are happening, then that will eat up the profit. Then they have to somehow make up to, you know, manage the changes or whatever it is to bring profit to the organization. So there's an ineffective procurement process that goes to normally L1, the lowest quoted contract, or not, a quality based selection in many areas. Lack of standardized performance management. It's mainly about the data. We have a huge database of data in construction industry. Earlier, it was not managed well. I mean, recent survey shows they are gathering this data, but the problem is using that data. Are they using it very effectively? Do you have data analytics capabilities in the project, etc.? So the past data are not utilized well, so repeated mistakes, issues, etc. happening in construction projects. And finally, poor innovation and technology adoption. It's not like technologies are not available. Last month there was a contact conference, and a lot of technologies were showcased there. Either they are already using it, such as 3D printing, modular construction, uh, drone technologies. I'm sure like many of you might have attended that conference. So it's available there. It's mainly about adoption of the technology. Are we like willing to go to that extra mile and adopt those technologies and make use of this for the project? So these are the major pain points PMI identified during their discussion with these major experts, as we discussed. So then they devised the core elements for this program. One, lean ways of working. So in construction, one of the ways how we can manage the project or even save money, time, bring quality, deliver value is by applying lean principles. So this course advocates the use of lean construction principle, where the focus is to ensure reliability in work released from one construction process to the next. Then agile data driven approach. So bringing agility, it's not like a software development program. It's about responding to the situations. Normally in project management, we call as progressive elaboration. Are you flexible enough to adapt to the requirements, adapt to the changes? So agile methods in this new program promotes the breakdown plans into more manageable pieces and progressively elaborating them as they get closer to execution. It also promotes the collation and use of data in decision making. See, these are all coming from the pain points they gathered, and using technology. Obviously, like many projects, construction projects are using BIM, 3D, 4D, 5D, etc. And many of the projects, they are using CCTV cameras to monitor and make decisions, even recording progress, drone inspections, etc. So one of the courses under PMI-CP heavily focuses on technology. Even I had a couple of questions in the exam when I took it last month based on technology, where they discussed about BIM or drone, etc. At the core of this new certification is to propel construction professionals to a higher degree of adoption, and we utilize the capabilities of the information system for their projects. So that's basically the idea behind this new certification program from PMI. So what is the summary here? Is it like just developed by one or two professionals within PMI? No. They collaborated with industry experts. They did a long research to identify pain points and what can be done to address those pain points. Based on that, the construction professional training certification is part of that. Mainly the training was developed. So this is just a generic overview of PMI certification pathway. We have general certification. They are not industry specific. For example, if we take PMP, PMP is not specific to an industry. It doesn't talk about IT or construction, or it talks about project management methodologies, project management frameworks, which can be adopted for any industry. So we have more certifications for entry level, for experienced, as well as, for senior manager level. For example, CAPM, Certified Associate in Project Management. If you are new to project management, you can go for that. Most of you are already PMPs. Next level can be program management professional. At a senior level, you have PFMP, portfolio management professional. Bsight is conducting training program for all the certification programs you are seeing here. If anyone is interested, you can contact us. We will provide you more details. Then we have specialized certifications from PMI, industry specific certifications, and PMI-CP falls under that category. PMI construction professional, as we all know, for construction industry. Okay, and there is also SCP, senior construction professional. What is this? I'll explain a little bit later. Then we have RMP, risk management professional, specialized on like risk management role. If you are a risk manager, when anyone working in a project, they have to manage risk, they can go for RMP. If you're a planning engineer, you can go for SP, scheduling professional. Like PBA is more of requirements gathering, requirements analysis, business analysis, etc. That is professional in business analysis. So these three are role based. So this is for business analyst, this is for planning engineers, this is for risk professionals, and these two are industry specific. In fact, CP is one of the first industry specific certification from PMI. Then we have agile certifications, disciplined agile, Scrum Master, Senior Scrum Master. Then we have Agile Certified Practitioner. We are going to launch ACP in the new syllabus soon. The ACP syllabus has changed. They have streamlined it. And from November 1st week, the exam will be conducted based on new syllabus. We are planning to launch the training soon for new ACP as well. So our focus today is going to be on CP. So let's directly move to CP certification, construction professional certification. Yeah, I'll come to that. What is SCP? I'll come to that next. That it stands for Senior Construction Professional. So first we'll talk about CP, then we'll talk about SCP. Okay, Pawan? So you need to fulfill two requirements. One, experience requirements. Another one is education requirements. So experience, one of the questions I asked in the introduction is, do you have more than 3 years of experience in construction project management? All of you have mentioned, yes, we have more than 3 years of experience. So that is the first requirement. You need 3 years of on-the-job experience in construction or built environment projects within the last 10 years. It can be any role. If you are working in construction projects, I asked about few roles and some of you mentioned like I'm not in that category, architect or finance and commercial manager or engineer or project manager or resident engineer, whatever the role. If you are working in construction projects in any role for the last 3+ years, you are fulfilling the first requirement. Those who got the PMP, you already have shown more than 3 years of experience to PMI. So that requirement already you are fulfilling. Second requirement is where we are coming in as Bsight, education requirement. You have to complete 4 courses. What are these 4 courses? By the way, once you fulfill these 2 requirements, you can apply for the CP examination. Right. These 4 courses are listed in the next slide. Construction scope and change order management, construction contract management, construction project communications, construction interface management. These are the 4 courses you have to complete. I told you at the beginning, they did research in coordination with various industry leaders, and they identified the pain points. They introduced courses which will address those pain points. So these are the 4 training or courses you have to complete. You can do it in any order. It's not like you have to do this one first and then next. No, I'm not going through all the details what you will be learning. From the name you can understand, you learn about communications management specific to construction project management. Interface management, we discussed about the major projects and programs and the issues with interface. So you will learn about interface management. Construction contract and risk management. So we discussed about issues with the contracting. Choosing the right type of contracts is very important. So you'll be learning all this under this particular course. Then construction scope and change order management. That is about scope creep management, all focused on construction. Another important thing you have to know is these courses are construction specific. Now, do I want to be a PMP to take these training programs? The answer is no. For your information, none of the certifications from PMI is a prerequisite for another certification. For example, you want to go to PGMP. Do you want to be a PMP? No. If you're eligible for PGMP, you can directly go for PGMP. Similarly, I'm not a PMP. Can I go for CP? Yes. However, if you are a PMP or an RMP, that will help. How? In the knowledge. These are kind of extensions. These are kind of extensions to what you learned in PMP training program. But now with me, like we had like few professionals, those were not PMPs. They took the CP and they passed the examination. So it's not mandatory to be a, to be a PMP to go for CP. However, if you're a PMP, that's an advantage. So once you finish these 4 courses, you have to go for a small exam, a 1-hour exam that is called micro credential in construction project communication based course, 50 questions examination. It's a micro credential. So if you finish these 4 courses and you get this micro credential, then you can apply for the CP examination. How can you do this? I will explain that later. So what are the prerequisites? As I told you, you have to have 3 years of experience in construction project, plus you have to complete these 4 courses and 1 micro credential. How I did? I took this course first. So to get this micro credential, you have to finish this course, construction project communications. I gave this exam. I passed that examination. Then I did these 3 training programs. Then I took the CP examination. Now, if you are already a CP, you are like energized. Wow, I learned something great. Now that I can use in construction project management. Is there anything more to learn? Yes. You have something called SCP, stands for Senior Construction Professional. You have to finish 3 more courses. By the way, to go to CP, that is not required. Say after CP, if you're interested, let me understand more about construction project management. You can take these 3 additional courses, which will give you SCP. There is no exam as of now for SCP. You have to be a CP and you have to finish these 3 training programs: construction performance and materials management, construction technology and innovation, and construction project execution planning. If you finish these 3 courses, you will get SCP credential. So as of now, as we speak, there is no exam for senior construction professional. So these 2 courses will also give badges that you finished that particular course. Anyway, this is additional information. After finishing CP, you can think about that. Okay, now you are a CP, you want to learn more, you can go for these 3 training programs. And they are also introducing new training programs in construction. Those who are interested to take that training program, you can go for that. For example, PMI partnered with Oracle and they introduced Capitalize on New Trends in Construction Technology from Oracle. That is a course you can directly take. You will get PDUs. I think it's $150 or $250 you have to pay to PMI. So these are like, meaning they're coming up with additional courses based on industry needs. But for our focus today, we will only talk about these 4 training programs and this micro credential to help you to go for the CP certification, construction professional certification. Right. Any questions on that? Okay, I just want to touch base. One of the concepts you'll be learning as part of scope and change order management, how it can helpful in construction. I'm not going to talk about all the points we are having or the subject here. When you join the training program, we'll talk about that in detail. So one of the things you will learn as part of scope and change order management is about something called PDRI, which stands for Project Definition Rating Index. This is coming from CII, their proprietary material. As part of this course, they are providing to the participants. This is one of the topics we'll be discussing. PDRI helps you to understand whether your project scope is complete or not. Anything is missing before you start and do the construction. there is a scoring or rating matrix based on the industry you are in. For example, they have PDRI for industrial projects and small industrial projects, building projects, manufacturing projects, small infrastructure projects, infrastructure projects. So there is a scoring sheet and in 3 sections. One, basis of project decision. Once you make a decision, do we have enough information to move to design? 2, at the end of design, is the design complete? 3, at the beginning of construction, are we ready to start with the construction? So there are definition levels: 0, not applicable; 1, complete definition; 5, incomplete or poor definition. You go through various criteria. Based on the data available, you give a score 0 to 5, and these are the weightages. They're not same weightages, different weightages based on the industry. And at the end, you will get a score. As you can see, 1 is complete definition, 5 means incomplete or poor definition. So there will be a target score. If you get a score of 200 or 250 or less, then only you can go to the next level. That means it tells you you have a clear scope. This is directly implementable for most of the projects. So at every stage you can do this, and there are organizations already using it as part of their gateway reviews. The gateway, if their projects are not getting a PDRI score of, for example, 200 or 250 or less, then they will not take it to the next step. They will go back, improve the scope, get that score, then they move to the next one. Similarly, we have risk management, risk matrix, how well the risks are defined, etc. So as I told you, these are something new and which can be implemented for construction projects directly, just to give a flavor of what you will be learning. Again, a lot of interesting concepts you'll be learning as part of this. Now, what about the examination? We have 4 courses you have to take before you go for the exam. So there will be 4 domains based on these 4 courses. 50% of the questions in the examination will be from contract management, 30% from stakeholder engagement, 15% from strategy and scope management, 5% from project governance, 5% from project governance. You will be tested in these 4 domains. Already those who are PMPs, you know what you mean by domain. That's the knowledge you need to have. So from whose perspective the exam questions will be? Construction professional. The question will be like when I took the exam, as a construction professional, how will you resolve this problem? How will you manage it? What you would have done differently? How the exam is going to be? You have to answer 120 multiple choice questions. And the duration given to you is 3 hours 50 minutes, the same duration like your PMP exam. Do you remember how many questions you answered in 3 hours 50 minutes in the PMP exam? Type in the chat box. How many questions you answered in 3 hours 50 minutes for the PMP exam? Those who already passed the PMP, do you remember that? Yes. So you answered 180 questions. See here, it is 120 questions, meaning 60 questions less than what you have answered in the PMP exam. So as of now, it is 3 hours 50 minutes. When I took the exam, I was having plenty of time. I was relaxed and going through each questions 2 times and understood it. It's easy. So normally, how the exam is like this, you have to answer 40 questions first, then there will be a 10 minutes break, another 40 questions and another 40 questions. So you have to take, you can take 10 minutes break between these 2 blocks. So easy to manage. So comparing to, PMP exam, it's 60 questions per block, 20 questions less per block, but the same time is available. We don't know, maybe in the future PMI will change their plan. They may increase the number of questions or they may reduce the duration. But as of now, that is the time available for you to answer 120 multiple choice questions. So if you're planning to take CP, this is the right time. And exam is not that difficult like PMP. Yes, it is not that easy, but not difficult like PMP. If you understand these 4 courses very well, you can easily pass the examination. There will be 2 10 minutes break. And as like the PMP certification, you will have 4-tier grading system: above target, target, below target needs improvement. You have to get a score of target or above target to pass the exam. There is no specific pass mark. How much the exam will cost you? If you are a non-member of PMI, that will cost you $499. A member of PMI, it will cost you $399, right? And keep in mind, as a authorized training partner, we will be able to provide discount in the exam, around 200 reals discount. We will be able to provide in the examination fees. That is later, after you finish the training, when you are going to take the exam, you will be able to get the discount. I mean, around $30–40 of discount you'll be getting from the listed price. As an ATP, we are providing. We have been approved as a reseller. I will be announcing that in the group as well. So we have been approved as a reseller recently. So we are reselling PMI's training programs with a reduced price. So how to renew this certification? You have to get 30 PDUs every 3 years, similar to PMP, you have to get 60 PDUs. And the good thing is, you don't want to get, like, for example, separate PDUs for PMP and CP. You are getting one PDU that will be applicable for, that will be applicable for both PMP and CMP. Sorry, CP. I got, like, for example, you are attending today. Already you have 2 certifications, assume PMP and RMP. This session will give you one PDU for both PMP and RMP. So there is no need to separately gain PDUs, and you have to pay $60 at the end of 3 years, like your PMP, to renew the CP certification. Okay, as I told you, PDUs used to renew PMI-CP are also attributable to PMP. No need to separately gain PDUs for this. That's about the certification. If you have any questions, let me know, or we will move to the next section, that is benefits of CP, and then we will talk about the course details. So what are the benefits of CP? You already got PMP, you know the benefit. So those who attended the training program or those who passed the PMP, certification is one side. The other side is the knowledge what you gained. I'm sure, like many of the participants, they gave the similar feedback that after attending the PMP training program and gaining that knowledge, we were able to implement that in our projects. We were able to make a difference by using the right terminology, right, following the process, getting a big picture of project management, etc. Same thing here. You will get more insights about construction project management. So a certificate from world-class institution that sets the new standard for global construction project management. I'll show you in the next slide. Already few organizations, they have made CP as a standard certification to apply for construction management related roles like project manager, construction manager, site engineer, etc. A certification that helps organizations improve the efficiency, profitability, and sustainability of their projects. A clear commitment to employees by upskilling them with cutting-edge course content developed by industry experts. I see that as the main benefit for the participants. Like for me, I got a bit different knowledge than PMP. Okay, in construction industries, there are specific things you have to know. PMP is generic certification. An independent affirmation of, an individual's project management skills delivering construction projects. So one of the points what I heard from PMI in their seminar is many professionals, those who are in management positions in construction, they came from technical background like engineer, or that is actually the career growth. But the problem is they'll sometimes lack management skills, leadership skills. And this training program will help you to bridge that particular gap. You are a technical expert. Learning this will help you to gain more knowledge in management, allows you to make a difference to the world we live in. So as an individual, these are the main benefits. You can plan effectively. So effectively strategize and manage project resources. You can manage contracts more effectively and master risk mitigation. There are additional tools for risk management in construction projects. For example, writing the contract, when you're signing the contract, when you are like in the design, how to manage the risk are detailed in this particular course. So these are some of the proofs of the benefits, you will learn so far, like it's there for less than 2 years. And the new certification is there. Earlier they were like 7 courses you have to do and 3 micro-credential you have to get to go for CP. Now they also became lean by reducing to 4 courses and 1 micro-credential, and remaining they moved to senior construction professional, category. So already 14,000 individuals have completed this course. And UK government adopted the CP principles and they used CP principles, and according to PMI, they had a savings around 40% in terms of project spending. South Africa Construction Industry Regulatory Authority, and they made CP as a preferred choice of certification for construction professionals. And British Columbia Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, Canada, they also have used the principles in CP, and they saved time and money in their projects. Again, you can search for this and you can get more details. The recent example in our region is Saudi Arabia. Okay, 30th May 2024. Human Resources Development Fund in Saudi Arabia have adopted this CP certification as a certification of choice for construction professionals, and they will be refunding the whole cost of the certification to Saudi nationals, citizens. That's already in practice, and they are using it. Right. So that is just an example. What is the result of that? By the end of September 2024, last month, Saudi Arabia is in the 4th place in terms of, number of construction professionals certified globally. So this is, I'll finish the overview with this slide. This is from Luigi Rosa, Vice President of Deputy Project Executive, State of New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority, is saying, according to his vision, in the next 5 to 10 years, around 50% of the construction professionals, they will hold CP certification due to the benefit, adaptation, and how it is going to help in recruiting, construction professionals. So that's basically the certification, the background, the process, what you have to follow. Now we'll go to the next part. What about Bsight? How Bsight can help you? How can I complete these 4 courses? There are 2 options for you. Option 1, these courses are available as e-learning in PMI's website. You can go and purchase that individually, right? So this is the cost of individual courses, $250 for project communications, $150, $149 for the other courses, which will come to a total of 696 USDs, which is 2,540 approximately. So you can pay that money. You can purchase from PMI. It will be an online e-learning course. E-learning means it's a recorded video. You have to go through that, and you have to find time to sit and learn and take the examination. So we are going to introduce an online instructor-led training through Zoom platform. What are the differences? If you are going through online course, you pay 2,540 and you get these 4 courses. You have to learn in your free time and ensure that you are going for that micro-credential, and you will get 17 PDUs by finishing these 4 courses because they only talk about the key points, and there are case studies which you download and read, understand, and even questions in the exam are from those case studies or based on those case studies. Now, if you join our training program, obviously you will get those 4 courses, but not as e-learning course, as instructor-led training program. As I told you, I recently finished my CP exam, and I took the train the trainer program by PMI. They have shared the materials with us. It's a detailed course. So we are not going to finish that in 17 hours. We will take 30 hours to finish. So you can say double the duration. So 30 PDUs you will get for this course. Obviously, once you join this training program, you will be able to attend the micro-credential. So once you join with us, thereafter it's our responsibility to register you in PMI's website, provide you all the required materials, prepare you for the examination. So everything will be through Bsight. Here you have to directly contact or coordinate with. It's not difficult. You can buy the courses, attend the exam, and you will get 17 PDUs. But another thing is, there are no sample questions available. Yes, at the end of each course, there are 2 or 3 questions. You will have, not each course, each module in the course, you'll have 2 or 3 sample questions in the e-learning. We have around 600 sample questions already. We are still developing it. Probably by the end of this week, there will be around another 100 questions. We are working with, we 3 professionals took the CP together, and all 3 passed, and we are coordinating with other parties. We asked for sample questions from PMI. Based on this, we have developed sample questions. It is in our LMS, like how you did for PMP. You will get LMS access. You have enough number of sample questions. Those questions are more than enough for you to pass the real examination. And as I told you, it will be instructor-led training. And as like how in PMP we did the training with examples, with case studies, and I have day-to-day experience in construction, not construction core area, construction project management area. So obviously that experience will help you a lot during this training to understand the concept well. And okay, we'll support you in the application filling, and we'll also support you in the exam preparation to ensure you get your CP in the first attempt. So how we are planning to do? First, we will go for the uh, communications management training. Then you will take the micro credential and you will pass that. We will provide sample questions for that. Then we will go through the other 3 courses and you'll go to the CP and you will pass the examination. So how much it is going to cost you? So even we are going to buy this training program on behalf of you from PMI's website. It is going to cost like almost the same for us, 80% of that. So including all this, like in addition to 80% of that money we have to pay to PMI per participant to get the course material for our participants, because this micro credential you have to get, plus you want to be eligible for the CP, either you have to take the course with them or we have to register you by paying around that amount, 80% of that amount. So it will be costing you 3,000 riyals. But for this batch, launch batch, only for this batch, which I'll show you the schedule, we are charging 2,500 riyals, which is similar to that particular course. So we are keeping very less when it comes to the training fees, our Bsight training fees. And, we are ensuring that, those who are interested for the CP, see, those are interested for CP, you can join our training program. What about the course schedule? We are planning to start a new batch on 3rd November next week. There will be 2 classes in a week, Sunday and Tuesday, 3 hours session, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. In 3 weeks, you will be able to, in 5 weeks, we'll be able to complete this training. And 3rd December 2024 is the planned completion date of this training. The course duration will be 30 hours. There will be 10 classes, 5 weeks, 2 classes per week. So that's a schedule for the launch batch. And as I told you, from next batch onwards, obviously, like we have to, go to the regular price of about the training details. We are planning to start a batch on 3rd of November, 2 days a week. There will be classes Sunday and Tuesday, 7 to 10 p.m. We will finish communications part first. Then you will go for the micro credential. You will need like 2 or 3 days to go for it. That's it. And then we will go through the other 3 courses and you will practice questions what we are providing, and you will go for the CP examination. After CP, we can discuss about SCP if required. So that's basically, the session. I believe you got a good understanding about CP certification process. There are 2 options for you to get the certification. One, you can directly go and take the courses from PMI and you can give the exam, or you can take the course from us and then you can go for the CP examination. Any questions you are having? By the way, I'm going to launch a feedback poll. It is mandatory for you to fill the feedback poll to get the details about PDUs. So any questions you are, before I launch the feedback poll, if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask me now. Any questions regarding the training or the concept or anything about the training details? We are planning to start a batch on 3rd of November, 2 days a week. There will be classes Sunday and Tuesday, 7 to 10 p.m. We will finish communications part first. Then you will go for the micro credential. You will need like 2 or 3 days to go for it. That's it. And then we will go through the other 3 courses and you will practice questions what we are providing, and you will go for the CP examination. After CP, we can discuss about SCP if required. So that's basically, the session. I believe you got a good understanding about CP certification process. There are 2 options for you to get the certification. One, you can directly go and take the courses from PMI and you can give the exam, or you can take the course from us and then you can go for the CP examination. Any questions you are having? By the way, I'm going to launch a feedback poll. It is mandatory for you to fill the feedback poll to get the details about PDUs. So any questions before I launch the feedback poll, if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask me now. Any questions regarding the training or the concept or anything? So I have launched a poll. Please fill up the poll. Last 2 questions are optional, no need, not mandatory. If you are planning to join our training program, provide your contact number, we will contact you. You can also contact us in the number you see in the screen, 7786888658 or 700888086. And the last one, if you are a certified professional, provide your email ID there. We will send you the procedure to claim your PDUs. It will be one code. You just go to PMI's website, put that code, you will get one PDU. It will be pre-approved by PMI. In next 2 days, you will be receiving this code. So those who are interested to join this training program, you can provide your contact number in question number 4, and we will contact you. Others, those who are like certified professional, provide your email in the last question. We will send you the details about how to get PDUs for this session. Wait for a couple of days, you will be able to get the details. Great. So once again, on behalf of myself and Bsight, I thank you all for your participation in this program. And as like I'm unable to poll here, unable to poll. Probably you're joining from web. Okay. So Mr. Praveen and Ms. Nada, I will contact you. So anybody else not able to poll, but you are okay. You have a number. Please send a message, your email ID, and I will share the link. If you're planning to join the training program, just send a WhatsApp message or call me in this number or yeah. Okay, great.
Hi,
So
Angel.
hi,
Sorry.
Satya.
Hi, Angel. Just a quick question. How do we enroll on the course? I mean, in terms of payments and
Okay. So
yeah,
you are talking about enrolling with Bsight course, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So there are 2 options for you. You will be able to pay by your credit card.
Okay.
That is option 1. Another one is you will be able to pay by bank transfer.
Okay.
So these 2 options. I mean, even we can discuss about that. If you're planning to join, I will give you a call tomorrow. We can discuss,
sure.
and you can choose
That'd be
one of
great.
this payment option. You can go to our website, and we are just uploading the page today, where you will have all the details about construction professional. Even directly, you can pay from the website, and the discount will be available on the website as well. Or we will discuss with you, and we can make the payment.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks. Thank you, Angel. Thank you.
You are welcome. Right. So, any other questions?
I have a question. Thank you for
Yes,
this
please.
wonderful presentation. This is Mukesh.
Thank
My
you.
question is, I am interested to do, but the thing is that I have some commitment. So the question is, if I do the course, and what is the allowable gap between the exam and the course?
Okay. See, there is no specific gap between the course and the exam. The gap will be from the day you apply for the exam. So as soon as you finish the training, you can apply for the exam, or little bit later you can apply for the exam. As like PMP, once your application is approved, within 365 days, you have to take the examination.
Okay. Same like a PM. Okay, that's great.
Same like PMP, no difference.
Oh,
So
thanks.
you can finish the training. We all recommend to apply immediately. That will be the best choice. And then we will get 365 days to finish the exam.
Hi, Mr. Anthony. This is Tushar here. I already did PMP with.
Yeah. I know very well.
Right,
Yeah.
you remember me. Yeah,
Thank
fine.
you. Yes.
I am not okay with this 3rd. Are you having a second batch available after 3rd of November?
Not immediately. So this batch is finishing by December 3rd. And I'm also planning for a short vacation. Most probably the next batch will be first week of January.
So you are not having any parallel batch?
No, so we are, because
are you okay reasons, because of enough students?
Yeah,
fine.
PM, yeah, PMP, we are doing RMP, we are doing CAPM. So it's difficult because many logistical constraints are there in running a parallel batch. So, but we can discuss offline. If like you are going to miss 1 or 2 classes, that's fine. These sessions will be recorded and will be available for the participants, so you can go through that as well. If like 1 or 2 classes, otherwise.
Yeah, this what was the main concern. The first couple of classes I won't be able to attend.
No issues. So that will be available in recording, and we can manage. We can manage that. No issues.
Okay.
Right.
We'll speak further.
Sure, we will discuss. Great. And please fill up the feedback form. And anyway, my team already noted. We will contact you. Anybody?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Mr. Anton Nagarjuna here.
Hi, Nagarjuna. How are you?
Yeah, good sir. How are you?
Great. Thank you.
So here I want to ask, like, this 30 PDUs,
Yes.
what we are going to get from these classes, is this like eligible to get the renewal for the PMP also?
Yes, 100%. So 30 PDUs are directly applicable for any certification you're holding from PMI, PMP, RMP, or the certification. So that is 100% of the requirement for RMP and 50% of the requirement for PMP. Yes, they are directly applicable.
Okay, thank you.
Right? Great. Okay, any other questions? Once again, thank you all for taking out time from your busy schedule and joining this webinar. Hope this fulfilled your requirement, and many of you expressed your interest to join the training program as well. And those who are not joining now immediately, you can contact us later, and in the future batches you can join. Plus you can visit our website for the latest information. Any other questions?
Hello, Mr.
Right.
Anthony. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Syed. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. So actually, I'll join late, so I need to get a video for this one so I can check again.
Sure. You can contact us, and we can have a detailed discussion, and we can make a decision accordingly.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all. Good night. Have a good week ahead. See you all in the next webinar program. Some of you have expressed interest to join the training program.
Thank you, sir.
See you all in the next batch.
Thanks,
Thank
Angel.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. I will end the meeting. See you all later. Thanks. Bye. Questions?
Yeah, Mr. Anton Nagarjuna here.
Hi, Nagarjuna. How are you?
Yeah, good sir. How are you?
Great. Thank you.
So here I want to ask, like, this 30 PDUs,
Yes.
what we are going to get from these classes, is this like eligible to get the renewal for the PMP also?
Yes, 100%. So 30 PDUs are directly applicable for any certification you're holding from PMI, PMP, RMP, or the certification. So that is 100% of the requirement for RMP and 50% of the requirement for PMP. Yes, they are directly applicable.
Okay, thank you.
Right? Great. Okay, any other questions? Once again, thank you all for taking out time from your busy schedule and joining this webinar. Hope this fulfilled your requirement, and many of you have expressed your interest to join the training program as well. And those who are not joining now immediately, you can contact us later, and in the future batches you can join. Plus you can visit our website for the latest information. Any other questions?
Hello, Mr.
Right.
Anthony. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Syed. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. So actually, I'll join late, so I need to get a video for this one so I can check again.
Sure. You can contact us, and we can have a detailed discussion, and we can make a decision accordingly.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all. Good night. Have a good